Boom. Look who stepped in the room. What's up with it, Dubs? We are live.
Here just chilling.
We are live and
Whoa, I
direct.
almost hit the wrong button there. That's the button I wanted to hit. We're live and direct.
In effect. And today we got something special.
Absolutely.
We got something special for you guys. We're on it, man, immediately.
Yeah, and we were actually gonna wait and do some other videos, but this fell in our laps. So we decided we're gonna go ahead and react to this. We're gonna wait till we have a few people in here. I feel like I should do this first, right? Until everybody gets here.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go. Yeah, we can go big body on them. I don't see no one in here yet.
I see 4 people, but I don't see their comments.
Yeah, I don't see the comments. I don't see 4 people. You know.
Let me go over here. Then let me go back over here.
There we go. Isaac Perez. What's up with you, my brother? Philip.
There we go. Isaac Perez. Philip. Yo.
There we go.
Cracking, everybody.
We're going to do a live reaction today. Something that just dropped less than an hour ago, about an hour ago. And this, like Dub said earlier, kind of fell into our lap. So we're going to just proceed to live react with you guys. We figured, why not? We were going to do it individually. But after a conversation, we decided that we'll try some live reaction here. And I believe this is going to answer a lot of the questions that people have been asking and clear up a lot of the nonsense and shenanigans about what people are saying online concerning the bands pulling up to Lefty Gunplay's neighborhood. Shark City was had. Kurt Cobain. What's going on today?
And I think it's important for people to know that I haven't watched any of it. I don't know if you watched any of it. I haven't watched even a minute of it.
Yeah. I watched maybe 30 seconds of it.
Okay.
I knew we had gold, shut it down and called you, you know?
Yeah.
It was sent to me by somebody, man. And thank you. I know he's watching. Thank you, bro, for sending me this video. And we're going to get to this. Facts.
So I have 29 in here. 38. Wow. Just bump up to 38. I don't know how many you have.
I can't see it, man. But it's definitely cracking. You know, maybe I was thinking we should have even live reacted or reacted and then put it on our individual channels as a premiere. But we're good.
Yeah, let me clear this out, and then I'll put your channel up.
Absolutely. Charles,
okay, so I have 43. I want to wait till we have a little bit more. At least have 100 people in here for both of us. I mean, for combined.
Yeah.
Which channel are you on?
I'm on the Collective Clips, so make sure you guys tap into the Collective Clips, man. Show me some support. Let's get this shit cracking. Get this shit pushed out, man. We're gonna do a live reaction to bands.
Okay, I have 49 people in here. You have 31.
Okay, we're getting them.
So I have 58. We have almost 100. As soon as we get to 100, we'll go ahead and start, and then hopefully more people come in. If not, this will be. I think we're gonna post this on both channels. I don't know what we're gonna do. I know it's gonna be on my channel.
Yeah. Natural Light says, "Hey, bros, there's North Side Bowling and East Side Bowling for years."
Of course,
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I just spoke to a vato from the East Side of Bowling, and they said the whole city ain't having it.
Yeah,
they're upset.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna find out exactly how bands was moving around the city and why he did this, who put him up to it, all that. We're gonna clear up a lot of the shenanigans right now, man. So let's get it.
Okay, so I mean we have basically 100, so let's get it. Here we go.
So you just got back from LA. And why don't you tell the people what was going on down there for you?
Now, I wanted to stop and just say that a lot of people from LA right there, what he just said, he said, so you just came back from LA. You know, where he recorded is LA County. And as far as dudes from LA County, the Valleros, people from San Fernando Valley as well as San Gabriel Valley don't claim LA.
Yeah,
they claim the Valle. Now, Lefty, I think, is saying he's the face of LA because he's a rapper and he's representing all of LA, right? I think that's why he says that. But I just wanted to say that because I know personally, I've done time with a lot of people from both valleys, and they both say they're from the valley, they're not from LA. So let's go.
So I got a question.
Yes.
So how long from when we do this, does this drop?
2 weeks.
Okay, that's
Damn.
perfect. So this video will be out by the time this motherfucker out. Because I'm trying to drop this weekend. So I went to LA this weekend, man. And by the time this drops, y'all will see this video. Y'all see how I was doing it. And man, I was in LA in Baldwin Park, man, real comfortable, moving around that city. Shout out to Baldwin Park, man. I was moving around that city real comfortable. They were showing me love everywhere I went through that bitch. I went all throughout the motherfucking hood, and I shot a video in Lefty Gunplay's neighborhood. Lefty Gunplay, shout out to my partner Lefty Gunplay, man, because you know he shouted me out on his diss song, and said that he was gonna put me on a shirt and said fuck bands from the Rose. And you feel me? I would never not come down to LA, and he ain't never coming up here, and all this fucking weak ass shit. So I'm like, what? Like, hold on, bruh. I hopped in my motherfucking car. You feel me? Just me and my motherfucking son, me and my partner, and a motherfucking cameraman. I had to pull up 10, 20, 30 motherfucking deep.
Let me ask you a question, Gun. When you were gangbanging, right? Different era. But when you were gangbanging, would you be able to maneuver in a rival area easier if it's you and 2 dudes, or with 20 dudes?
Oh, just me undercover, me and one homeboy. We're dipping smooth.
So when he says, you know, it was just me and homeboy, we didn't have to roll up 20 deep. You know, you probably would have got shot at if you're coming in 3 cardinals deep and nobody recognizes the cars or the faces. Absolutely. So that was a very smart thing to do. I don't know if he's trying to, like, it's kind of like when he says, shout out to Baldwin Park, I was moving around. Nobody knows who you are. Like, people aren't going to just jam you. It's not the 90s.
Yeah.
So let's get back into it. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. I wanted to give a thing. Shout out to David right here, who brings their son to some BS. I agree, bro. You never want to put the kids in that type of situation, right? That's not good parenting tactics. Nothing against bands, but at the same time, just like Dub says, man, you don't move around a neighborhood. If you move around 30 deep, 40 deep, of course, you're gonna be looked at as a threat, and you're gonna attract attention. When you're just too deep mobbing in the Camry, no one notices you. You're just moving. So let's get to it. Let's hear what he has to say.
Yeah, and then just so you guys know, we have to pause this video. So I may pause, like right now, I was feeling like shit, I'm gonna have to pause this. This video we're reacting to belongs to someone else, but us doing a reaction allows us, but we have to stop it every now and then. People are always asking me, why you stop it so much? Because we have to. Okay. So let's get back to it.
Okay.
And I pushed to LA, got a nice ass hotel right there in Baldwin Park. And I had a motherfucking field day the next day. Went to you. I mean, when this come out, you gonna see the motherfucking video. I went to every spot that this nerd ass nigga went to in his hood vlog, and I shot on every motherfucking block that this motherfucker claimed. And I did the whole shit to the liquor store. I'm sitting on the counter. You feel me? Like, and it's dope because I have my partner play him in the video. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a little movie. You feel me? I ain't seen the finished product yet, but it's gonna be out this weekend probably. So,
all right, shit. Let's talk about it. So he said he's gonna put you on a t-shirt. Yikes.
He said he's gonna put me on a shirt.
So I'm a hip hop head, right? So battling, that's part of the culture, right? That's what we do. We're competitive. And this is how you sharpen your sword.
For sure.
I feel like recently, in the last few years, probably ever since that whole Chicago scene really started cracking off, it went to another level of disrespecting the music or things crossing over into the streets. Now that you're engaging in a little bit of a back and forth, what are your thoughts on that? Is this just friendly competition between 2 rappers?
Let's pause it right there, Dubs. first and foremost, I think Bands cleared up a lot right there that I wanted to touch on, because there's a lot of rumors that were thrown out there when he went down there to Baldwin Park. The fact, did he pull up? Obviously, the video shows what time of day he doesn't say. None of that, you know, and I'm not going to hold him to the time of day, who was all out there. He pulled up. That's all that matters. But there was a lot that was said about Gold Toes. And I wanted to express this because when he first went out there, there was people that were saying, even we thought that he pulled up right after the No Jumper, you know, interview we did, because he was wearing the same clothing. We didn't think that he went back and then came back, but obviously he's saying that. But there was a lot of people that were alluding to the fact Gold Toes put him up to this, or Gold Toes has some type of influence and pushing him that way. And I knew that not to be true just by knowing how Gold Toes moves in the past from the outside looking in. He's never been one to be that type of guy to send those type of directives, especially someone that's trying to move respectfully in the streets down south. You know, this would be totally against his morals and what he encompasses as having love for all raza, you know? So this kind of, I'm glad that Bands did this video because it dispels any rumors of Gold Toes involvement in sending them to do something like this. It's just, you know.
Well, you know, and not only that, it's common sense. You know, they say common sense ain't all that common, right?
Yeah.
Bands, I mean, excuse me, not Bands. Gold Toes has established himself in Southern California through connections that he's made. And he's made a lot of connections down here and shown a lot of respect and has been welcomed down here and never had to worry about anything and been able to let people know in advance that he was coming. So that says a lot, man. So for anybody to try to say that he was involved in this type of disrespect, to me, that's more like the haters trying to paint a negative light on him and make it harder for him to do business. At least that's the way I see it.
Or is when someone says, I'm going to put you on a shirt, is that something you take serious?
I take it serious. I take it serious, but at the same time, because, you know, it could get serious. You know, the words is powerful. This music shit.
He takes it so serious, even though where's he from? He's from Santa Rosa, so he's from the Bay Area.
Yeah.
So he's a good 5 hours away, probably, from Lefty. Yeah, it's pretty serious. 5-hour drive is pretty serious.
Here we go.
Hey, man, you could really brainwash a motherfucker with music. You know what I'm saying? Like you could fucking really hypnotize somebody through your words and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, you know, for me personally, I'm looking at bro, like when I see it, you know, I wasn't like, okay, like I gotta find where he at so I could go. You feel me? Like it wasn't on that type of time. But you know, I recognize what he's saying, and you know, more so, it's like the people that heard it that fuck with me were more mad than me. They like, bro, hell no, this motherfucker say he gonna put, nigga, we on this motherfucker, bro. Ooh. And I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
Two things. First of all, just like Dub said, they're nowhere even close to proximity of each other. But at the same time, I understand what he's saying. Music nowadays, especially, does influence people, right? So because there are upstate Southsiders in his area, immediate area, you know, I could see where he feels like maybe that could influence someone that he's a trophy and maybe put him on a shirt. I understand that. I just did a video earlier about people running up on me behind Bozo, you know? So it happens. But at the same time, I mean, really, how serious are you taking a rap song, right? If you're a performer yourself, you know it ain't that serious. Now, and the second thing is he just said that his homies were more upset with him than he was. You can't be influenced by what your homies do or what they say. You got to be your own man, stand on your own toes. You know what I mean? 10 toes down. I understand it's not a good look, but I mean, it's just a guy who you're claiming basically is a non-factor. And at the same time, you're taking it serious and going all the way down there because obviously you must believe he is a factor. Nothing against Bands. I respect Bands, man, but I'm just being honest. This is how I'm looking at it.
And me personally, when I hear this, I don't believe none of it. All I believe is this. Lefty's name rings bells. Doing this song, he knew would get him a lot of attention, which means money. That's the key factor. Before I press start again, there's a lot of people in the chat, and I can guarantee they're from Southern California. They're asking, is he black or half black? Because of the way he talks, because you know it's not really heard. I mean, a lot of these youngsters nowadays, I think, talk like that down here as well. Yeah. But He's Puerto Rican, isn't he?
I think he's Puerto Rican.
I don't know
and then
myself.
he's got that
So
bass
if
whack.
anybody knows, can you say it in the chat, because a lot of people are asking.
And here's my thing: at the end of the day, I don't think ethnicity matters.
Me either.
Because in the lifestyle,
But I'm just saying they're asking.
Yeah. I think he's Puerto Rican, to be honest with you. But that's just what it is.
Mhm.
Hey, what's up, little D? That's right, bro.
The people that fuck with him are feeling the same type of way for him. He gonna put his motherfucker on his shirt like, well, man, fuck bands. So what he's saying that he gonna have people riding for him. You know what I'm saying? And people got my back too. You know what I'm saying? So, but like, I mean, we've all seen it, man. Like in the history of this music shit, these diss songs can end up motherfuckers dying. You feel me? Motherfuckers get their ass killed behind this diss and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and with the music, it could be, it's whatever angle you want. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to entertain? Are you just making a diss song to get some motherfucking views and some clout, and you really ain't like that, but you acting like you is? Or is you really making a diss song and you ready to clash? You feel me? I don't know. I don't know this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if this motherfucker, he looked like a clown. I don't know. I don't know him. I never met him a day in my life. You know what I'm saying? I never had problems with a motherfucker that's 6-7 hours away from me. But you know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers talking out their neck. I just, I
Right.
respond.
So what?
Okay.
I think that right there, dissing back and forth like that, I think that was just regular rap.
Yeah.
Personally, putting them on a shirt, like I feel like that's normal rap. I think hopefully we get into this. The mom part, I don't agree with. That's the only thing I never liked. I said the video could have been bigger, I think, if it wouldn't have been for that controversy.
Yeah. Here's my thing. He said some good shit right there. Being 6-7 hours away. Yeah. Like if you don't know this guy, I think his whole perspective on it, Dubs, from what I'm seeing, is he feels Lefty dissed him first. Like, why are you even mentioning my name?
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to always be the argument who dissed each other first and everything. And it's whatever. At the end of the day, I think these guys are even Steven. One dissed one, the other one clapped back. It just is what it is. Regardless of whose diss was better or not, that's up for interpretation. But he's right, man. This dissing nowadays can get tricky. There are maybe not so the rappers killing each other, because I don't really see that, but it's their circles that they move in. You got to understand what these people are not taking into account. A lot of people that are talking about this is these guys are considered a part of something bigger than them. Dubs, you know what I'm talking about. They're considered a part of the North and South. So, it gets tricky because there's a lot of people that are not involved in social media in the rap game that feel some type of way. Now that's when it can get dangerous. But as far as just banging on wax and rapping, it's bullshit. It's just rap.
And another thing to point out, since you brought that up, you reminded me, in the comments, a lot of people were trying to correct me when I was saying, hey, Raza don't disrespect people's moms. They don't talk about people's moms, and people wanted to correct me. He's not Raza, he's not Mexican, but he's involved in something that is, and that thing dictates a lot of shit, right? So just a reminder.
What is this from your perspective? Where is this all starting from? Where is this coming from? Because you said that he mentioned you before any of this happened.
Yeah, so like originally it was more so like, I think, like in the past 6 months, like up here in Northern Cali with all the homies and all my people, like, we've been having a run at this music shit, and like we've been shining. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a time where, the homie shit, like back in the day, like Woody and Gold Toes and Speedy Lokes and all that shit, it was on fire when I was young. And then like at one point in time, it kind of like fizzled out, and the homie rap wasn't really a thing. You know what I'm saying?
It was still, even then, it was still kind of a niche market, I would say.
Exactly. Yeah. Like for the homies, it was dope.
Yeah.
But everybody else, like, oh, that's they shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like right now, like it's getting to a broader audience. Like you seen like Thizzler went picked up a whole bunch of homies on a red alert group, and they started posting this and posting that. More platforms are risen, and fucking just the homies been having a run at it. And I think like we was having a ball up here doing our shit like, man, we all doing it. And then bam, you got this other dude from the other side, you know, he pop out and he just shoot straight to the top. You know what I'm saying? Like just instantly, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't knocking it, you know what I'm saying? He just, LA dude get out and he just, man, he all over everything and just like motherfuckers. And I think that, you know, like motherfuckers start, you know, getting a little complex and they just start dissing. So then, you know, motherfuckers dropping sneak.
And I'll agree. I said that when it happened, I didn't understand Lefty dissing the North. And Gunner, you and I have spoke about that. Usually when you do time with somebody, it doesn't matter. Like even your enemy in YA, you get out and there's that respect. You've done time together. And so it didn't make sense to me for a rapper to get out and start dissing the North, especially a rapper that had just left prison where that's not going on. And that's where that stuff is really, you know, that's where it historically began.
For me,
you know, and so I didn't understand it. And then I hate to bring the name up, but Bozo was the one that kicked all that off. I don't know if he ever did. I don't ever hear his music. So I don't know if he did any diss songs, but I doubt it. And even if he did, his name isn't big enough. There's not enough attention attached to his name for any of these dudes to respond.
So here's my take on it. You know, like Van said, and this is the truth. You know, in the 90s, the Northern California, and I hate to give them labels, I've said it, but the rappers from up north, Northern California music was directed at their audience. And it was, man, Speedy Low, Woody. I mean, they were popping in Northern California, right? And, you know, there was a lot of Southerners doing the same thing at that time. Night Owl, and you had Spanky Local, Little One, and several others. And they were speaking to the Southern people. People could identify with that, right? It was more gangster rap for North and South. What's happening now with these rappers is they're trying to solidify a foundation and go outside of the box now. Now they're starting to, rather than just be Northern rap and Southern rap, they're trying to be hip hop for everybody, right? That's a hard thing to do when everyone judges you by your past and what you guys have done in the past. It's hard to find that one. Now, Lefty just happened to be the one that comes out and he's leading the charge right now for whatever reason, whether his rap skills are up to par, it doesn't matter. He has the image, the look, people are behind him, period, right? What he did by disrespecting the North, I think he was taking a page out of Bozo's book, but Bozo was pushing that propaganda first and foremost. The first one to do it, disrespecting the North like that. I think the reason why Lefty did it is he wanted to show that he was the one for Southern California. I'm the one. No one else is a factor, because he was asked. He didn't just come out and say "F the Norte." Someone asked him about it. How do you feel about the rapper from up north? And when he said "fuck them," he didn't mean "fuck them" literally. He meant I don't give a fuck about them. That's what he meant, right? I'm not defending his actions because he's the one that did start saying that shit first. But that's what he meant. Okay, and I can see bands say they're not envious, but they're tripping. Like, damn, how's this fool shoot your top? Fact of the matter is, LA's a bigger market, and it's always going to be like that, man. You know, it just is. It is what it is.
This is like, and out of nowhere, he just dissing the homies up north, but we don't got nothing to do with, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he's saying fuck the homies, and I don't know why. It's like you could have been where you at without dissing us. So that's how it originally started. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker just talking out his neck, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how it started. So then when he was dissing, and then I went on No Jumper, because there was like a little bit of time where it was kind of like, you know, Gotos was in LA and he fucking around with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so people was kind of like, it's like, hold on, this shit looks like a little shift is going on. Something's happening right now. And then, you know, you'll get an interview.
Exactly. So Gotos is a pioneer of hip hop, not just Norteño rap, hip hop in the Bay Area. Black and Brown, Diz Latin, being instrumental in Burner's career. You know, a lot of people don't know that, man. He managed Burner, and he actually put Burner in the game, man. Besides all that weed shit and what he does with Cookies, in the hip hop game, he's the one that put Burner on the map. You know, gave him that opportunity. Burner always, that's why he rolls with Toes to the fullest, because he appreciates where he comes from. That's respect. Toes seen a vision. The vision is, man, let's get money together. no boundaries, no borderlines. Let's get it. And people from up north, the whispers I was hearing, they were starting to recognize that. And there was a lot of people that were with the program, more so than against the program. But those voices are loud, the ones that are against it. They're always the loudest ones in the room, you know? And that's where a lot of the disrespect on that side came from. And it was the same thing on the south side, because immediately as soon as Toast started fucking with American Cholo, he started fucking with, we were hearing that he signed Swifty and Lil Grifo and all these different guys, right? There was automatically haters, even here on YouTube. Oh, he's trying to come over and take over the South. Oh, he's trying to come over and do this. He's trying to come over that. And then meanwhile, you had Bozo speaking, them vatos are nada. They ain't nothing. They ain't never going to be about nothing. So it's like, how can you say someone from up north is coming to take over if they ain't about shit? There was just so much going on. I think there was a lot of misconception and miscommunication, and that's what's got us to this point right here.
And you know, the host will say, well, would you ever do a song with, you know what I'm saying? Would you ever do a song with this dude? And you got, you know, two sworn enemies saying, you know, I would do a song, you know what I'm saying? People are saying, yeah, I would do. Other people, man, you know, I would do a song, but we're not allowed to. And, you know, like shit was getting shifty.
Where does that come from? Where does that come from that they're not allowed to?
I've never heard that.
I've never heard that. I think when there's a bag, the bag is important. As long as there's, I mean, and nobody can speak for whoever he's trying to say was involved. But when there's a bag, as long as it's respectful, even if it became like a banging on wax thing and it stayed there, man, as long as the bag is right, that's what's important. That's what everybody's in that industry for. Absolutely.
Yes, this is live Shady Times. Absolutely. I agree, Dubs. Knowing what we know, having been incarcerated, is where it counts. As long as the bag's right and it's going to where it needs to go, I don't see no problem with I mean, I've seen a lot of sworn enemies have peace. I've seen a lot of sworn enemies conduct business together. Maybe not necessarily hold hands and hug and be cool, but they've conducted business because it's beneficial for those that count, right? So I don't see why. I've never seen a wheelan. I've seen a lot of whelans that say, at no time can North and South do business or coexist. Or, I mean, we've been coexisting on yards. I'm speaking for North and South. When I was active, we were coexisting on yards for years before the end of hostilities. Coexisting. So I don't know what's different on the streets, you know?
Yeah.
And then motherfuckers just out of nowhere just started dissing and shit. Like, would you do a song, man? Fuck them motherfuckers. And I'm not mad at that. Cause I'm not promoting motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, to sit here and fucking hold hands and, you know, on some kumbaya shit. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like if you motherfuckers want to work, motherfuckers don't want to work, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna do it regardless. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? That's not, it's not up to me, you know what I'm saying? But and just to make a long story short, yeah, bro he was just dissing. So I did a no jumper interview, and that's what kind of blew it up a little more, because, you know, Adam 22 was like, you know, like he kind of dancing around and shit, but he dropping lugs, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, who you talking about? But then he like,
exactly. We've been talking about it for a long time. He says Adam 22 is dancing around it and alluding to it and dropping lugs. In a different, let me put it like this. Basically, Adam was trying to get a soundbite out of him, trying to get instigating the situation, trying to get him to say something bad, instigating it. What do you take out of it, Dubs? He said it right there. It's plain.
No, that's what we've been talking about.
Yes,
that's exactly what we've been saying in a bunch of videos. And for bands to acknowledge that, why did you bite?
Exactly.
That's the only thing. I get it. He was in a catch-22, right? He was in a situation but he's younger. And I want to point out, look at how Big Tone handled Adam.
Different era,
different schooling, different wisdom, knowledge. But had bands reacted that way, we wouldn't be where we are. But the flip side of that is Lefty did this.
Yeah.
You know, and I will say this, and it's something I noticed on more than one occasion, that people are seeing, and these are people that aren't even in the game, never were a part of the game, and they're saying that the Northern rappers interviews seem more professional. They conduct themselves more professionally, because when you have them come on and they're not really talking about all of Southern California, they're talking about an individual. Whereas when you have Bozo on and Lefty, they're disrespecting the whole North.
Yeah.
And it's not a good look for the dudes from down south when they're disrespecting everybody up north, and the dudes from up north are just talking about one dude. I don't know.
Like backpedaling, like, oh, I'm not going, you feel me? So then, you know, at the end of the interview, like, I kind of just, you know, got him into the corner about it and shit. Then I'm like, man, like, you feel me? Fuck that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, he a sucker. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not tripping. I don't know the dude, but let's put 10 bands. Because he was like, man, he's pretty dope. And then my bro was like, man, I'll put 10 bands on bands that he'll beat him in some rap shit. And then I said, man, and I'll beat that motherfucker on some physical shit. So then my brother like, I'll put another 10 bands. That's 20 bands. Like, so that's what happened. And then he come out with a music video.
But that was all in response to what he had said about you.
Yeah, just about dissing us. You know what I'm saying? He had dissed like me and like Rico Too Smooth. You know Rico Too Smooth?
Shout out to Rico Too Smooth.
He had this Lazy Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then he had this Gold Toes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because he texting Gold Toes. The motherfucker talking to Gold Toes. You know what I'm saying? Like, real respectful. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, thanks, big dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, props to Gold Toes, because...
Real quick, I want to address the hater here, because I see he keeps dissing. Del 33 says, ever since Lefty shouted out Dub's channel, his tone changed. Lefty has shouted me out 3 times. I guess you only saw one. So let's get back to it.
Gold Toes has been doing a real good job of putting the money first. You know, someone once said, wise man once said, red and blue make green. And I think Gold Toes understands that vision.
Pull up to the History of the Bay live podcast on Saturday, July 27th at Brick.
All right, go ahead and talk. I'm going to check this.
Yeah, so what Bands basically is saying, from what I'm taking from it, is that Bands was placed, he felt pushed in the corner by Adam because he was asking these questions, and he got him out of character, man. He was able to get him out of character, and that's when he said he was in, you know, do this and do that. At the end of the day, when you're conducting yourself in a professional area or atmosphere, you have to always be on point. You have to be prepared for these type of situations and questions to be asked. You have to make the host aware of things you will and will not answer, things not even to ask. If you let anyone get you out of character, you got played. You know, you got, you know, I'm not saying Bands is a sucker in any sort of the way at all. You know, I believe he did what he did, and he stands on it. I respect it. But you can't let someone of Adam's caliber get you off, you know, bump you off, because at the end of the day, man, it's all about money, and it's his money over your money. And that's what he intends to do. Whereas I think Bands went on there initially just to push himself, you know, put his name out there. Adam made it about Lefty Gunplay. Because if Adam would have never asked the question about Lefty Gunplay, I don't believe Bands would even mention him. Just like I don't and all these guys, you know?
Yeah. I don't think, me personally, I don't think Bands went down there with an agenda to discuss Lefty at all.
Yeah.
I think his agenda was, let me go down here, let me utilize this platform to grow my own platform, right? But Adam had an agenda, and at the end of the day, I have to say, Lefty dissed first, you know, and that can't be taken away. I don't know. Again, my only thing was bringing up the mom. That was it. They did what they did. But it's a trip how Adam just continues to get away with the shit that he does. You know, and that part blows my mind.
Okay, I wanted to also touch on, again, just one more time, what they're talking about at the end, Gold Toes. That was one of the realest things I heard in a long time, man. Shout out to that guy, the History of the Bay channel. Make sure you guys tap in to see. I'm sure he's going to have more parts to that interview. is doing pretty good. You know, he's definitely moving up in his content creation. What he said about Gold Toes not seeing blue or red, but seeing green, right? I think that's what everyone wants to be on. You know, I know a lot of people do shit for clout. They do it for attention or whatever. At the end of the day, man, it's all about the bread, right? And I believe there's a lot of talent in the North and a lot of talent in the South. But again, man, it ain't about the North and South in the rap game. The rappers, it's about hip hop. It's about making money, securing the bag for your familia and for yourself. And the only way to do that is to leave the streets where they're at and conduct yourself in a professional area professionally. You know, when you constantly are disrespecting each other, yeah, it's good for views in the immediate, but later on it could get tricky because I've said it's a thin line between them streets and this rap world now. And they're starting to, I think the catalyst of it, Dubs, was Biggie and Pac. It got so serious with the West Coast, East Coast rivalry and people picking sides. That's the first time ever in hip hop I've seen it get serious. Ever since that point in history, and now it's starting to touch California politics, Mexican politics. That's different. You already know that's way different.
And Lefty has said that they're the new Death Row. That his label is the new Death Row. And you know, I've said over and over and over, we have to be aware of the energy that we're bringing to ourselves. And I don't think anybody wants to bring that Death Row type energy to themselves at all.
No, that one unknown. We're done with the reaction now, so we're just gonna talk to
that video. That interview was over. It ended.
Thank you, man. We appreciate you guys tapping in with us because that was our first time watching it too, man. Big Tone didn't mention Lefty or names in his interview, but No Jumper still uses Lefty's names on Big Tone's clip for clickbait. It's on IG. Big Tone was just answering a general question. Absolutely. Again, that is them utilizing his name for clout, utilizing his name because it does views. Hey, I've done videos on Lefty Gunplay. I did a generalized video yesterday on his story. His name's big right now. So that's the business that we're in, the profession we're in is not necessarily utilizing people, but expanding upon their name for gain, right? But you got to keep it respectful in doing so. You know, there's ways to carry. You can't just fucking talk about Lefty Gunplay, put his name in something that doesn't even pertain to him. That's what Adam and them were doing. Thank you, No.
Yeah, thank you, No. I want to just acknowledge we have, let's see, 3, 4. We have, I think, over 600 people combined in here. You know, it fluctuates when the commercials hit, but I was just over 400. Gunner was over 200. Thank you guys, especially in the midday. But this is something we decided we wanted to do with you guys, live interact with you guys, see if you guys enjoyed it. And, you know, anything else that comes up that's like this, that's a hot trending topic, we'd be glad to do this. So let us know if this is something that you like. I don't know how much more we can add to it without becoming redundant, saying the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
I think, you know, somebody in the comment just said that regardless of what Adam does, Lefty still disrespected. He did. But if somebody brings somebody to a platform and encourages that disrespect, knowing what the answer is going to be to certain questions, you can't forgive that platform for allowing that to happen.
Ooh, Nikki Lynn.
Thank you, Nikki Lynn. I appreciate you very much.
Ooh, you killed me
Dubs
with that
and
one.
Gun. Y'all got fans like me. We don't something nowadays. We just fans of y'all's channel. So yeah, I look at y'all as people. Oh yeah, when you type on there, I forgot, it makes you, it messes people. Everyone got something to say. Just remember, there are people who are fans without drama. I love y'all. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Geronimo, what's up with it, man? AC Ibarra, Q Holmes, Ricky Doe. I said mines. Thank you guys, everybody. Aiden Blaze, you got to look up Adam 22's dad and the type of work he did, man. R. Murray. Thank you.
Thank you, R. Murray. We could, I don't know, Gun, this is already 40 minutes. We can go on a little bit longer and interact with the, what do you guys think? You know, it's funny how I see in here people that were biased, and it's mainly they're saying I'm biased. And somebody said that I'm on Lefty Gunplay's payroll. Lefty Gunplay, I used to follow Lefty Gunplay on Instagram, and I was blocked today. So all those people thinking I have anything to do with Lefty, I've never spoken to him, and I'm blocked off his IG. So there you go.
Yeah. There's no, see, this is the thing with me and Dubs. There's no bias.
Mm-mm.
We're not picking sides. We're keeping it real from our perspective. Now you got to understand, we're on the same page, but it's two different perspectives. I was raised in Northern California. I know a lot of the history of Northern California, whereas Dubs was raised in Southern California, and he knows a lot of the Southern California history. We don't know everything, but we know what we know, right? We don't claim to know everything. We're not know-it-alls. So we're going to have two different perspectives. Are we going to acknowledge and try to push an agenda of one over the other? No, we're going to push what's right, and that's it. That's just real, man. If it doesn't matter who did it, right and wrong is what's real. And hey, that's right, Nick. Gun just coughed the pull-up story. Great way to handle it. Hey, thank you, Jason. Hey, this is Bull, says Nikki Lynn. What's Bull? Nikki? Damn, would have preferred if they reached out and talked it out instead of just blocking. You know, at the end of the day, bro, it is what it is.
I want to read this right here. And Ricky says, that guy will be irrelevant in less than 5 years, big dog. That's facts. No, it's not. He'll be irrelevant to you. He will be very relevant to his kid, to his mom, to his grandma, to the people in his life, to the people in his life that know him. Nobody's ever irrelevant, and that's kind of a fucked up thing to say. You know, I mean, I get what you're saying. Maybe career-wise, he won't be rapping. Who knows? Maybe he'll be acting. Maybe not. But nobody's irrelevant, man.
John Doe says, check out.
Thank you, Henny. Thank you.
Video about Lefty's show at the observatory. Lefty Gunplay finished his time on stage and walked off saying F Norteños loud and clear. That's what he's pushing right now, man. That's his thing. You know, he's doubling down on it. So I don't understand why. I don't think it gains him traction or anything at this point. I think the best thing to do is leave it alone and make money and make music for the masses to make money in masses. But you know, some people can't let it go, man, and they learn the hard way. You know, all it does is bring more negative attention, and eventually you find yourself incarcerated. And then guess what happens when you're incarcerated? You're functioning around the same individuals you were disrespecting. It's crazy.
Yep. True story.
Yeah.
Fact of the matter is that Adam 16 having Lefty on his platform and baiting him to certain responses, he then becomes duplicit by default in all of his north-south rap friction. Well, like I said, luckily, he sees him for what he is. You see, he posted in his thing in my other video last night. He clowned at him for putting out that fake story about him fainting. You know, so I don't think we have to worry about him being on No Jumper ever again. But who knows? You know, we thought that with Milk, and Milk ran back. You know, couldn't wait to be back on there. So who knows? I don't see Lefty doing that. He doesn't need it, but you know, who knows where he'll be in a year, 2 years, 10 years.
Hey Tristan, it is a fabricated story, bro. I watched the video, the whole full video of someone that was right there. And I mean, I watched a lot of different videos, and I just seen one. The last one I just seen.
What is he talking about,
bro? He got pulled down. He jumped down into the crowd, and
I did the video.
Yeah,
I did the video on this channel, the WS channel. Go and watch it. You'll see the entire video.
Yeah,
and you'll see where he didn't faint, he didn't trip, he didn't none of that.
You gotta understand, his eyes fucking roll back in his head constantly, all the time.
Yeah,
I thought it was heat exhaustion. I thought, you know, maybe he, you know, was doing too much, and I was corrected, man. I was definitely corrected. That man, he just looks that way. You know what I mean? And it's no disrespect. I'm just being real. You know, that the Vaulto's a little different. You know,
what's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. What the new video?
He's gonna show the video.
I'm gonna end it.
I apologize, man.
Holy
Up the
shit.
top.
Hold on. How do I
What a
turn this
social
off?
experiment.
Social media is
It won't turn
a trip,
off,
man. The way you can run social experiments.
Turn the fuck off.
And you can
gotta
bait
get it off the
people.
stage, get it off the stage.
Hold on, dude. I did.
There.
Hey, that was crazy. That wasn't supposed to pop up.
It did.
No, I was actually trying to click on the actual video that I have. That was the wrong one. But I kept clicking the video and it wouldn't. Hold on, let me knock this off too. Yeah. Go ahead.
Tap on Stephen Wright there. I want to see what he's saying.
Right.
Stephen Wright. The way WAC 100 and Adam 22 talk about Southern Mexicans is awful. If there are any truth to what they say, or are they exaggerating, just outright lying? A lot of exaggeration, a lot of lies, a lot of hatred. It's the truth, man. It's an underlying hate, though. They'll never say it. They'll never say it straight up because there's repercussions for certain words spoken. But you can see the mannerisms, the distaste, the look. Just you look at their faces when they speak on La Raza. Not even just the Southern Raza, but everyone. Two dubs in one word, says R. Murray.
Where the hell is that, man? I actually wanted to show it. So, but anyways, you guys can go watch the video.
I want to go know what's going on with Nikki Lynch. She seemed frustrated in the chat.
I think somebody was talking shit to her because I did see her say sorry, but I was paying attention to what was on the screen. So I don't know what happened.
Lefty, oh no, come on, William. Don't wish that upon no one, bro. That's just, you don't wish that upon. You don't wish death upon people, man. Gunner, do people still bring up that fake paperwork you did on American Cholo? You just did, Weddle. It's not fake paperwork I did. It was fake paperwork that was just put out there. It was actually dropped first by the Fools community, not myself.
It was dropped by I think in all 4 platforms. I think 4 platforms.
4 platforms dropped it before I even dropped it, Weddle. I'm just, of course, the one that AC got mad at because, again, I'm from Northern California. I get all the hate. It's the truth. You know, I get hated on, man. But it's all good. I'm still going to be here, and I'm still going to be doing what I do, man. And I'm still going to be supporting the Southern California area, Northern California, everything. But it's all good, Weddle. Nah, hey, I get it, bro. Do I get some hate? There's people that don't know the history behind it.
It is true. It wasn't the full community. It was full something. But Gunner's right. It was, huh?
I told him, excuse me. You know, yeah.
It wasn't that one. But it was 3 platforms that are from Southern California, and then Gunner. And Gunner's the only one to this day that people still say he made up paperwork. He didn't make it up. It was okay. So here's the thing.
It was already out there.
I received it, and most of us that received it, it came in the middle of the night. I can't say for everybody, but the people that I talked to, it was more people that received the same exact paperwork, you know, but it had already been pushed out, you know, so people just backed up. But yeah, it's a trip that everybody brings Gunner's name up.
It's a trip. Big Dog B. I've always seen you in my chat. Guns, I like your content. You seem to bias on liking bands more than Lefty, though. Did I?
What?
I just did a fucking
you
full.
Can't,
yeah, bro. I just did a full fucking thing, fucking giving Lefty his flowers, talking about he's the next one up. Listen, bro. I'm the most unbiased vato you'll ever meet in your life, bro. You don't even understand, bro. I get hated on. Motherfuckers hate me in Northern California because I show the South so much love. So, bro, let it go. Let it go.
You know,
bro.
it's funny because it's people. There's people in here saying that I'm biased towards Lefty, and if they really do say, a lot of people say ever since Lefty shouted Dubs out, he changed. It's not the first time he shouted me out. It's just the first time a lot of you guys saw it. You know, and Gunner and I try to keep everything down the middle. If you go back to the Cam Capone thing, you'll hear him say that I have said where he was wrong at. You know?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Those of you that think that Gunner and I are biased, that shows bias in you. You're creating a whole narrative of us that ain't us. But I don't want to do this for an hour, Gun. What do you think?
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get back here, man. We're gonna be going live more than likely later on.
Yes.
If that's what the gente wants. We just wanted to drop this mid-afternoon, man. Just put a video on our channel. Go support it, man. We dropped several videos today. I think Dubs has one more to drop later on. Also, we're gonna be doing something for the Dub S World channel. Make sure you guys tap into that and let's show that some support.
Tristan's
and get that
a tough guy. Tristan got blocked though.
Tristan.
Oh, hey, it's on the guest destination. Oh, it's on yours. Yeah, you know, hey, you're tough, Tristan.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tristan. Bye-bye. Hasta la verga.
Yeah, go find it. Yeah, go suck it easy, homeboy. Hey, and we still, Gunner and I still have to do the weekly recap. We jumped in to do this, and we still got to do that. So thank you guys for being here. There's still Gunner when we still have over 500 people in here. Thank you guys, man. You got anything to add before we go, Gunner?
One fade. Gunners or troubles? What troubles? You're talking about my primo Trubs from Merced? If you're talking about him, that's my little cousin. He wouldn't fight me. He'd go run to the store and give me some tacos from the taco truck for me. Dubs and Gunga and Nikki want to go on a date. Well, she knows where to find me. That's Nikki. To Gunner's point about AC and others not showing love to the North over geographical bullshit is just a BS. Raza should be embraced regardless of geographical locations. I believe the same thing, Born Supreme, but it's not always that way, bro. There's an agenda. There's an agenda, man, and it just is what it is from both sides. Gunner, any idea what Lefty was saying during that interview where they muted him when he was talking about you? I have no idea. Aiden Blaze, no idea, man. Gunner, did you get your tire fixed? I did, bro. I went back an hour later and got my shit fixed. It was all good. All right, thank you guys. Now we're gonna get up out of here. Appreciate the gente. Thank you.
All right, you guys. We'll see you later.